Hello everyone. This will be a demo of our Avid DocuWorks document management system by Avidian Technologies. It is a web-based app. As you can see, I am on our website, and you would just log in with your login credentials. Once you're in the document system, you would come to the default homepage where it has all of your documents that has been uploaded to the system. As you can see, these are all of our demo documents that we kind of updated or uploaded. Now, depending on if based on your access, you may not see this admin option here. If you're a specific user, you may be restricted with that. But let's say, if you are an admin, you have full control as far as creating users, things like that. Um, as far as trying to upload a document, we try to make it simple as possible. So let's say, you want to upload a document, you would click add document. And then if you want to add users, you would click on the admin button here. And then it gives you the options of creating users, creating departments, or creating categories, depending on what you're trying to upload. Maybe if it's a specific department that you want to add, you can update, delete. So as of right now, we do want to say maybe you want to update or add a specific user. So for my case, I'll just uh, do one here, last name Mon, first name is Mill Test. The phone number is not required, but you are able to add that. It will auto generate a password. Now you can leave that the way it is, or you can provide a specific password for it. Once that's done, then you can add the email address as well. And the departments, depending on um, the departments that you currently have or the default departments that we provide, based on the access for the user that you want. Maybe they're in HR or a legal department or finance. So for my case, I would just pick finance. And if you want to provide that user as an admin, you would click on that check mark. Um, for right now, for the department reviewer, the reviewer is responsible for, let's say you are in the finance department and I upload a document in the finance department. I would be, as the user or admin, would take a look at that document and review it and grant the approval for the upload, depending on if the document is correct or it was not the correct document, then you cannot review it. And then you have the options of, if that specific user can also add documents or they're able to check in documents. Um, the adding documents is basically, if they're able to upload any documents or they're just restricted to view. Or the check-in documents is if they do a checkout. A checkout for the document management system is basically once the document has been uploaded, and you no longer want anyone else to be able to make changes or have like an audit trail, and not be able to make any changes at all to the document, then you would check out. When checking in is basically the same document, but you made some revisions maybe, or you just want to recheck it back into the document management so other users and admins, they're able to view it or make changes to it as well. I'll leave those two checked and then I'll just add the user. Now that user has been added, um, if you go to the display, you can see all of the users now. The test one that I made is right here. And we have many other users that we just added for testing purposes. So let's go back to the home page and see if we can add a document. So in order to do that, you click on add document. File location, so basically, the file that you want to upload. So for my instance, I'll do a test for this error log test. Now you can assign this specific document to a specific user. So in my case, I was assigned it to the user that I have just created, and then the department. That specific user would be in the finance department, and this file has to do with finance. So I will be uploading to that department. The categories, of course, all these categories are customizable. These are the ones that we made. So let's say maybe this is a financial document. I'll have that as a financial. And then the department permissions, if depending on the where each of the users are located on which department. So in my case, by default, I have it on information system as view. So anybody that's in the information system will be able to view it. But let's say, this is a finance document. So I want everybody that's in the finance department to be able to view it. You can allow them to read or write or have full access to that specific document as well. In my case, if I just have it in view, then they can only view the document. They won't be able to read it, but they'll be able to just see that there's a document called, the error log. I would have it, for the finance, I want them to be able to read it and make changes to it. So I'll have the finance department users on the right permission. And then you also have the user's permission. So depending on, let's say you want another user to be able to have access to it as well, or the specific user that you're assigning to, you can make that change as well if you want them to just be able to view or have full access if you want the admin. As of right now, I'll have the specific user that I added to be able to write. You can add a description for it. So test finance document, you can name it whatever you like. And then if you can have a comment on it, you can. So maybe a little prompt that says what this document is about. Test document. So another cool thing is the ransomware function. The ransomware function is basically if you have already checked the document that you're uploading, if it has any ransomware or it's been scanned already by your own third-party program, maybe by Norton or Avast or any type of security ransomware check, you can have that check first, and then on here you can have it that it's been scanned. You do have the option of where you can put input not scanned and you can just put in not checked yet. What that does is it allows our document management system to know that we're not liability for as far as if there's any ransomware. You can also have us, the system, check that as well. Archived is, if you want this to be archived, certain documents or legal documents, maybe employee documentation, you may have to retain that by law for by a couple of years. In my case, I'll just have it in progress. Confidentiality is if it's sensitive document, I would say yes, since it's a financial document. How important is this document? Let's say, a medium, if you want it high, a lot of the users would know that this document is very high. And then the media type, we have all different types of media. You can upload audio, video, PowerPoints, images, Word documents, Excel files, the normal PDFs. In my case, I would just have it, as a text, and then the expired document. Now, once you upload that documentation, maybe it's a temporary document that you need to upload it. You only need it for 90 days. You do also have the option where certain documentation you have to retain for about a year, so you have 365, or you can set it where it never expires. Um, um, so that document will stay on until you delete it. So in my case, I would say, I'll retain it for a year. Now hit submit. So now the document has been uploaded. As you can see, these are all the information about the document. Um, and now if you want to view it, you can view it. It will download the specific file, and then there you go. This is the file that I uploaded. And then the function for the checkout, that's basically where if you check out the file, it will download to your workstation, but also, um, once you check out the file, it will download to your workstation, and then you press continue. What that does is nobody else would be able to see. This is the test document that I uploaded. As you can see, they won't be able to see the status if it's active or not. If I click on it, since I am the original owner uh, that I checked out for, I'll be able to see it. But if it's a different specific user, they won't be able to view the document or make any changes to it. All right. Now, this document management system, we try to make it simple as possible. As you can see, it shows you all list of your documentation that you have. We have a bunch of different documents here that we uploaded. Another cool feature is signed documents. So maybe you have an order form or a certain documentation that you need to sign based off of your user. You're able to create that as well by creating a signature documentation, and you can send that out to the specific user that needs to be assigned via email, and then they will get a notification for them to put a e-sign to it. There's a whole lot of different access points and making creations of documentation throughout the system, but these are basically the most basic part of it. Um, Once everybody kind of gets onboarded or have any questions regarding that, we will provide the training and provide, any type of restrictions or access that they would need. I really appreciate everyone's time, and this is the document management system from Avidian Technologies. Thank you so much.